Got a couple things going on here today. First off, I got to pick a pattern. Well, I got to find the pattern. It's in here somewhere. I have a copy of it on the computer, but that don't do me no good when I'm trying to trace it out in chalk. What we're looking for is a Plague Doctor mask. Let's start this out and see what we got. Corset, jeans, dress shirt, corset, jeans, Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor mask. This is a really simple pattern. Really only 2 pieces. I'll lay this out and show you. There's the top, there's the bottom. You got to cut 2 of each of those in a kind of a rigid, what's it called, vinyl. Then we get to the stitching. The interesting part is for the eyes, because of what the lenses are made of. I've been collecting these for a while. What you do is you buy a tube of Pringles, you eat it, you save the lids. Let's see how many of these masks we can make. We need 2 of these for each. 1, 2, 3. And I'll have 1 left over. Well, depending, because I got a tube of Pringles they're working on the rest of the house there. So we might get enough to do a 4th, but not right away. That's the first step. Second step, once I put this bucket away,
I can get another cocksucker.
there. Second step, I've already dug out the bin out of the massive pile of crap I got over there, is vinyl. We gotta find the right kind of vinyl. This is too soft. It's nice, but it's too soft. We got a lot of it. Might have that to make a pair of jeans. Purpley stuff's kind of thick, but it might be good. Take a piece of that out. More soft stuff. Denim. Got the denim in there for. That's a good rigid. This would be a little too thick, this black. Not sure about the red. Too soft. Lace would be good if we were making more scrunchies, which we may well do, but not right away. But it's not enough of that. So we got material for a few masks. We've got the pattern. I'm going to start tracing these out and see what happens next. Okay, now let's see where we can sit you. I think you can see everything if you're sitting there. Yeah. All right. So chalk on this surface won't do you much good. But we got a pen. That should do the job. So what we're doing, we're just going to trace the outside edge, flip it over, trace the other side, and then do the other 2 pieces. And see if we can get 2 out of this. Should be entirely possible. This is a small project. Doesn't take up much space. Doesn't take up much material. Hardest part is keeping everything flat. You'll notice I'll hold it down before I move my hand away so that it doesn't shift. This important thing that seems to get forgotten a lot of times is you keep the pattern from moving on the material. So if you got to move your hand, you make sure everything's held down before you move your hand. Get this beak marked out. It's the most difficult part. The thin ends on patterns like this seem to curl a bit, so there we go. That's just a straight line there. That's just a straight line there. So that's what we end up with. So we'll do the other three, the other one of these and the other two of those, and we'll see how many more I can fit in this sheet of material. I'll bring it back and show you how many I get. So there's the one out of this purpley gray stuff, ready to be cut out. And got two more. This brown stuff. See, it doesn't take a lot of material. It really doesn't. I mean, we got the last piece out of that corner. We still got a big chunk over here. So, yeah. Next, we'll be cutting those out. Because there's no straight lines on it, well, it's mostly curves. And because of that, I'm going to be doing this with the scissors instead of using the roll knife. Also, vinyl will dull blades very, very quickly. So, yeah, I'm going to use the scissors on this. But anyway, I'll cut all these out and then show you what they look like. Well, I'll show you cutting a little bit. I'll set you right there so you can see. Well, I'll set you right here so you can see. How about that? Little closer view of it. We got a decent pair of scissors. It's actually sharp and I use for material. Cutting on the outside of the line, because we traced on the outside of the line, gives us a little extra material to work with when we're stitching. So that's always a good thing. And unlike a lot of other patterns, all of the stitching and the seams are visible on the outside on this one. They're not hidden. More along the lines of them being kind of celebrated. So that makes life interesting. I'll get this one piece cut out, show you how that works. Hopefully, this all goes easily. It's been relatively easy so far, so let's hope it stays that way. Alright, cut this internal spot out. And the reason I'm doing this although there are some straight lines, the reason I'm doing with this with the scissors and not with the roll knife, the main reason is I have to use the scissors for the curves. And although I could use a roll knife for the straight lines, it's a bit of a pain to have to switch between them all the time. So I'll stick with the one thing that can do all the jobs, even if it does one of the jobs a little slower. So there's one piece. And that's how they get cut out. So that's what that looks like. I'll cut all the rest out, and I'll show you the pile of pieces. Alright, so there we are. There's 12 pieces. That's one mask. That's one mask. That's one mask. And we got our Pringles lid sitting on top of there that are going to be the eye holes. But now where did that sample one I had go? So I can show you the other piece we have to make. No, it's around here somewhere. Anyway, what we got to do is cut the rim off of that Pringles lid so it's a flat piece. That's easy enough. Just use utility shears and cut that off. Then we got to get a circle of fabric with a hole cut in the middle. We'll make those after, because those go on after these two pieces go together, but before the two sides go together, so everything lines up nicely. So I guess that's it for this time. So I'll get myself a little bit more organized. I'll put the pattern away, and see you next time. Knew I had the damn thing around here somewhere, so yeah. That little circle there, that ring, we got to make a pair of donuts like that for each one of these 3 masks. So we got to make 6 of those. It ain't too bad though. And with this, you can kind of see, comparing them, how they go together. You get a rough idea what it looks like at the end. Very rough idea. Kind of like that, except not rainbow chrome. Okay. Talk to you when I put them together.